business today, and then these like big goals that can transform from within.
Yeah, I think the talent point, I think, is maybe the most important point of this whole thing. Like we talk about culture change, we talk about the nature of innovation and all those things. The reality is that if you have the right talent in the company, they will start to make noises and make things happen. And I think, as Richard was saying, it's very difficult in terms of, I think particularly London right now, what is happening is that there's a lot of changes happening in the AI space in London that is a fast-paced kind of changing environment. Like up until a year ago, London had a salary range for a good scientist, let's say fresh out of university, and New York had a different one, and maybe Silicon Valley had a different one. They were like, London was roughly around X, maybe New York was a little bit close to a 2X, maybe. Reality is the same employers are hiring in the two places, and London is catching up. Then there is another trend. So in other words, if you're an insurer that just convince the HR department that this is the right salary to pay for a kind of like a fresh graduate, and now you need to upgrade that number again, because what's happening is that AI as an industry is upgrading the salary numbers, because until a year ago, autonomous vehicle maybe was not that big of a deal. Now every car company is hiring scientists. Every marketing department is hiring scientists. The list goes on. So as a result, it's a very challenging environment. Right when you think you figured it out, you immediately need to go back and change it because the market is fast. And I think in a lot of big companies, these sort of dialogues of let's respond to that change, let's respond to this change, and so on, could take a little bit long. And I think, again, it comes back to the speed of reacting to the realities of the world, and also always emphasizing the importance of talents. While as a giant company, there's a lot of good talent in-house, but the need for an additional talent, not in the form of consulting or partnership, even in the form of like actual employees is quite critical, because at the end of the day, employees are the necessity that we have as any company to succeed. So while partnerships are good, while a lot of other forms of engagements with external entities are good, but ultimately what makes a brand succeed is hugely talent driven. So HR departments, I think, probably are going to have the hardest time in the next few years to